that one.
He doesn't love unions unless they benefit him. Hey, Joe Moscato is the president and CEO of Generex Biotechnology Corp., also New Generex Immuno-Oncology. They are publicly traded here in the States under the stock symbol GNBT. Our TV audience is looking at their website, which is really easy. It's generex.com.
Yeah.
And he was on with us last time, and I don't know, it's just something, he struck a chord with many of our viewers and our listeners. And as I mentioned before, when we have celebrities on, we get a fair amount of email. But when Joe came on, it was crazy. So we thought, you know, let's bring Joe back, because Joe not only turned around his company, but is really turning into a healthcare expert for us here. Welcome back, Joe Moscato. Great to talk to you, sir.
Great to be back, guys. Thank you.
Hey, so do me a favor and give us a top down again for all the people that missed it last time about what you guys are up to as a company in the middle of COVID,
right?
In this sort of play here.
Well, we've adapted our business because of COVID, just like everybody else has with this traumatic event that's been taking place over this last year. So we're an integrated healthcare pharmaceutical company. We develop products. We have products that are approved by the FDA for wound care. We're in the clinic for Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis with one of our divisions, as well as we're just starting operations in Arizona, and we're installing through partnerships with doctor networks and clinics, remote monitoring, telemedicine, and then modality services in those clinics, which is cardiology, podiatry, ophthalmology, and then even putting in pharmacies in those clinics.
That helps.
So we're a fully integrated company that we believe, offers big benefit to doctor networks as well as clinics, and then it funnels down to the patients.
Right.
Hey, Joe, can you explain to us, because you're at the different end of the spectrum. We're just guys that
Patients.
We're patients that have the flu, and they comes and he says, "No, Russ, it's really a hangover." So we're only kind of front end experience. What does this do to the industry? What you guys are offering up, because it is sort of tip of the spear, cutting edge stuff, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a nice, neat package for not only a doctor and a doctor group that can, build their business, build their practice, but also offer big benefit to a patient. So remote monitoring today, telemedicine today is a hot area. It's an area that, you need the patient populations to be able to serve those patients, and that the only way you're going to get those is through doctor networks. And we've partnered with several big doctor networks in Arizona, where we'll be launching our remote monitoring platform, telemedicine, as well as these modality services to, better serve those doctor groups' patients. So all under one roof.
I see this nice term here, patient-centric care.
Yeah, what does that
say
mean?
that three times fast.
Patient-centric care.
Okay, well.
What is that? What is that exactly?
Right. So let's say you're a diabetic patient, we partner with one of the very large diabetic groups in Arizona. So if you're a diabetic patient, you're managed care. When you're a diabetic patient, on the critical side, moderate to critical side, you have a lot of things that are also wrong with you. Cardio problems, you'll have neuropathy problems, you'll have ophthalmology problems, eye problems. So when you go see your doctor that takes care of your life, manages your life, now he'll be able to walk you down the hall to any one of our modalities, where now the patient can visit that doctor's office and get that care supervised by the doctor who takes care of his life. So it's a different type of platform, but we believe it's like having a hospital within your doctor's practice.
Yeah.
So Joe Moscato is our guest. Joseph is president and CEO of a company called Generex Biotechnology Corporation and New Generex Immuno-Oncology Incorporated. They are publicly traded under the stock symbol GNBT. Joe, for you going into 2021, it's obviously been a crazy 2020 for you. You guys brought Generex back from the dead three plus years ago. You did a good corporate turnaround. It was a lesson, if you know anything about CEOs. It's a lesson in CEO 101 what you did. As I looked back and saw what you guys did. Now, obviously, nobody could have seen what happened with the global pandemic coming in 2020. Yet you've managed to keep this ball rolling and actually growing at the same time. What's the 2021 outlook? You know, we don't talk about share price, we don't talk about numbers here, but as far as business model and sort of new initiatives, what's 2021 look like for you?
Well, 2021, I think moving into 2021, we'll have our immuno-oncology, where our cancer assets as well as our infectious disease assets are. We'll be spinning that. We already spun it out. It's a public company now. We need to get it traded on the NASDAQ stock exchange, which we have our application in now to get it listed. And, you know, the big things we'll work on is the vaccine for COVID. Those assets that we have been proven in infectious disease as well as cancer to be safe, effective, and give the most important thing that a vaccine can give, which not a lot of people are talking about, which is long-term memory. So, you know, prior to COVID, if you look at any of the other technologies, you know, we're all in the hunt. None of us have ever done a vaccine, whether it's mRNA, RNA, DNA, or even our subunits. But we have data in many different applicational areas that show we give long, sustained memory and protection in the areas that we've been in. So we are making, you know, we're right now at the final throes of all of our testing for the COVID vaccine. And we believe by the end of this month, we'll have all of our readouts and we'll know if it's safe, effective, you know, and is it neutralizing, which is the most important thing, where we don't give any off-target side effect or any kind of problem later on after you receive the vaccine.
All right, well, Joseph, listen, we're gonna keep in touch with you, and I want to follow this thing. I hope to have you back on a regular basis here because I'll tell you, gives me hope, Rusty.
Well, I might be a patient-centric person.
I think you are. Always trying to get something from the gas tank.
Well, a lot of free gloves in the hospital, I'll tell you that right.
More Big Biz coming up, lots to come. Sully, Rusty Dales, nationwide, coast to coast. Big Biz Show, bigbizshow.com. Yeah, Mike. Got lots more coming up.